Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Ticking All the Boxes, where it's Australian Cup Day down at Flemington, and up here in Sydney we've got the Chipping Norton Stakes. It's been a big week in racing. Clinton Payne, how are you?
Good, Nick Ashman, how are you?
Good.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah?
Yeah, big morning out at Randwick, so it's been a big week as well.
Very good.
All too hard, scratch from the guineas on the morning of the race, thwarting the all-in punters.
Yep.
And Nash getting time yesterday. Looks like he's going to miss the ride on Piero.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all happening.
Yep.
What else?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, beautiful. We'll jump straight into it, eh?
Yes.
Warwick Farm Saturday, the rails in the true position. We've got a dead 5 currently, although it's lovely weather outside in Sydney at the moment. There's no forecast of rain.
There's forecast of showers on Saturday morning and Friday night.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, well there you go. I've got the wrong mail there.
As per the Bureau of Meteorology.
Okay. We'll kick it off with the Schweppes handicap in race 1. Price is courtesy of Sportsbet, is it?
Yes, sports bet today.
Yep.
I'll give you Thubian because I know you're in love with him. $15. Award season, $2.50. Charlestown Ladies, 11. Hula Lua, 4. Urban Explorer, 11. Tunes, $8.50. And Tremec, $7.50.
You want to go?
If you would like.
Yes. Go for it. What's with him? What's with the...
Well, you're not allowed to have personality.
This is the comments and stuff, is it?
The narcs.
Yes.
That don't like you to have any personality. You've got to be a cardboard cutout. So I'm going to be a cardboard cutout to please them today.
But it's funny because they watch it every week anyway, so they keep sending us bag mail, so...
They can just get stuffed. Anyway. Awards season, I've found on top here. Short enough, but promising stayer. Hadn't done a thing wrong. Went to Mornington. Forget his Mornington run. He just got way too far back. Then he was 14 wide, turning for home. He found the line okay. That form's as good as the staying form down in Melbourne. When I say staying form, I'm not talking Australian Cup form, but I'm just talking the general staying form.
Yeah.
I think he'll prove hard to beat. The other horse that I think's promising and is worth watching is Tremec down the bottom. Yep. He's been dominant in his 2 wins. Well, I say this preparation. He's had 3 runs back this preparation, but his last 2 runs have been since a 38-day break. He's by Zabeel. He's won 4 from 12. He's building a decent record. Steps up to 2,200 here, which doesn't look like it'll be a problem for him, and he's $7.50. I worked around the Victorians. Reason being, Hula Lua comes out of mare's grade. She carried no weight last start when winning. Takes on the boys here. And that can be a recipe for disaster more often than not. Charlestown Ladies, some hope. I thought she did enough last start getting home. I just don't think the Blue Division form's going to measure up.
Okay. I went with Tremec. I think it was your second pick. I just thought the horse had a bit of upside about it. And John Thompson said this morning, and I think he said it last time I spoke to him about the horse, that he's trying to get it to a Sydney Cup. It'll be up for a while by the time it gets there, but he obviously has a bit of an opinion of it.
He should have run it in the Canberra Cup. He nominated for it and didn't accept. It's a terrible race. Well, when I say it's a terrible race, there's some smart horses that have accepted in it, as in knew what Shadows in the Sun, but if you have a look at the form guide, their recent runs haven't been great. Yeah. So, he could have gone down there, raced for 200,000 and put himself straight into contention.
Yeah. I don't really like that first race, to be honest with you, but I'll...
what about Thubian? Tipped him there last start to improve. He didn't. Can he improve this time?
He went better last start. He was only beaten 9 lengths as opposed to the 19 first half, but...
based on that theory, he'll be in this.
He should be in this. If he improves 10 lengths again, he should be right in it, but it's not a race I really want to play in, but if I had to be pushed, if you held a gun to my head, I'd say Tremec.
Okay.
Race 2, the Lonhro Plate for the 2-year-olds. We've got the Breeders' Plate winner in Whittington here. We've got first up winner is Var Pensiero, who was pretty impressive. A couple other horses and the prices.
Whittington $3.20, Var Pensiero $7, In Cahoots $13, Windjammer $9. Havana $5.50, Le Cordon Bleu, $7.50, $7 Scandiva, $13 Aspen. Now, I've got an issue with this, but
What's that?
I'm not sharing it
Okay.
because I don't want to get sidetracked. No. Now, just be careful here. A couple of these are entered at Canberra for the Black Opal.
Yep.
Aspen's drawn 20 in Canberra. I would doubt she'll run there when she's drawn 5 here. Ray's no doubt's a first emergency. She's $41, so she's not going to affect, or he's not going to affect deductions too much. I can't think what the other one is. Anyway, yeah.
Why is In Cahoots $13?
Why is In Cahoots $13?
Beaten a length by a sale at its last start at this track over 1,000 metres.
Philip Atkins.
$13?
Philip Atkins, probably.
What's wrong with Philip Atkins?
Well, he's not Gay Waterhouse. He's not, Chris Waller.
Speaking of Gay, she's had Windjammer taken off her and given to Bjorn Baker. And it's a second horse. He's taken Betrayal off her as well, so there you go.
It's owned by the same people, is it?
Yeah, I think that. Oh, actually, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate there. I don't think it is actually, because Betrayal was a Star Thoroughbreds horse. I'm pretty sure this one wasn't.
Yeah, but it wasn't obviously transferred to him under Star Thoroughbreds banner, I would tip.
No, but I think the owners of Windjammer. Well, I'm not too
So
sure.
Betrayal might have been sold.
It might have been. I'm not too sure. Yeah, she might be right. Actually, it got sold. No, I think it was. Look, I don't want to speculate, but anyway.
Yeah.
I can't understand why it's $13. I thought it'd be a lot shorter than that. I thought it and Havana trialled like a bomb. I was out there a couple of weeks ago. It trialled really good. Drawn barrier 1, which is an advantage for the 2-year-olds, and obviously Va Pensiero, really talented horse, won brilliantly first up. All the talks. Not one of the best 2-year-olds going around, but certainly is a good benchmark. Has been performing pretty consistently this season. So
All the talk, where's he?
no, I'm just saying that's the form line for Va Pensiero.
Huh.
Yeah, so. But they're the three for me. I'll probably have something on In Cahoots at $13.
I will save you here.
Yep.
Betrayal is owned by the Kennedys, who own Windjammer.
Thank you. Do they own it outright?
They don't own Betrayal outright, but they own Windjammer outright.
Okay.
So they've obviously moved their horses to Warwick Farm. Right, you done?
Yeah, I'm done, mate.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Can't believe you left Whittington out of calculations at all. I never can tell. Probably put the pen through his run, the Silver Slipper. It was wet and terrible, and they did beat the third horse Criterion 2.5 lengths. So I think that Canterbury form will stack up. He was big. He'll improve off that. For Pensiero's a horse that I've got plenty of time for. Love the way he did his work there first up. 1,000 metres didn't suit him. Charged home. I think he's a horse with plenty of upside, draws good alley. I would suggest anyone who likes jockey-trainer combos go and have a look at Jim Cassidy's figures when he gets aboard a Philip Atkins horse. They're unreal. So the fact that Philip's booked him, and I'm pretty sure last time they had a winner in town, basically Philip said he only books him when he thinks he can win. So I would suggest you're on the money there with In Cahoots. Windjammer. Yeah, look, Charlie Boy form again. Charlie Boy ran creditably last start. If you draw a line through all the talk, he could possibly beat Va Pensiero. In saying that, I do think Va Pensiero's, 1,000 metres at Warwick Farm's different to 1,100.
Yep.
And hit nail on the head with Havana. I think this is a really good race. A really, really good race. I'll go for Pensiero at the odds at the $7. I actually took $9. I just think he's a horse with plenty of upside. I really like this horse. I just love the way he ran through the line at Warwick Farm over 1,000. And I think the 1,100 will be better served. But yeah, I'll be having something definitely on In Cahoots anyway, because it is those two blokes have got a phenomenal strike rate. So
yeah, $13 is crazy odds for it.
Yep, good race, really good race.
Okay. Race 3, the Wiggle Stakes over 1,400 metres. We've got 3 Group 1 winners in the race.
Yep. Streamer, 350. Appearance, 440. Steps in time, 250. Nocturnal $9, and Colorado Clare $13. Pear Tart 16. Am I up?
Yeah, you're up. Odds and evens.
All right. Streamer on top. Thought a first up run behind Skytrain was unreal. Skytrain's flying. They lapped the third horse, beat him 2.5 lengths. Sorry. I initially looked at this and said, well, 59.5 kilos. Gee, she's got a lot of weight. But her second up record's excellent. I do think, even though she performs on wet tracks, I think she's better on top of the ground. She's drawn a good alley. So what I did, I just went and compared her to the weights of the other horses, and I can't have appearance beating her only getting a kilo off Streamer. I think early in the campaign over 1400's more in Streamer's favour, in my opinion, than appearance. And I think she can cover her. Pear Tart needs it wet, and very wet, to beat these horses. Colorado Clare was good last start, but I don't think that form is anywhere near as strong as the Skytrain, Streamer, Red Tracer, Steps in Time form. That is the other reason I penned appearance. And Colorado Clare, I think, they beat the B graders there first up, or Colorado Clare didn't. And then I got to Steps in Time, and I said, well, Steps in Time gets 1.5 off Streamer. 1.5, Streamer stalks her, and then powers over the top of her. And that's why I read it. So I'm with Streamer at $3.50.
Yep, I totally agree. I think she's drawn to get the right run. I think Pear Tart will push up and possibly lead in this race on Saturday, even though she didn't first up. Got Steps in Time coming across from the outside alley, and Colorado Clare should be fairly prominent. She might be third the fence. Colorado Clare with Streamer on her outside.
She couldn't keep up the other day.
Yeah, it might have been the heavy track though. I'm not too sure. Sometimes
ran through the line like it wasn't the heavy track.
No, yeah.
I don't know what to make of her.
Yeah, I didn't know what to make of the run. I was prepared to sort of. It was a good run though, given
Well,
the market.
Sorry,
Right.
I gave up on her at the 600. I thought she was going to tail off, and then couldn't believe when she ran third.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a bad run at all. But I think you hit the nail on the head. I think Streamer's just drawn to get the right run. The weight, yeah, you look at it, you think 59.5, but she's only 3 kilos above, 3 kilos above the bottom weight, so it's really nothing.
That's right.
And she will get the right run, and I think she'll get the right amount of pace on as well. So, second up last campaign, Guy Walter gave her a 21-day break into another 1,200 metre race, and she just ran a bit flat, and then she got up to the 1,400 down at Caulfield and won that race. I think here she goes to the 1,400 second up. And she probably gets enough pace on here to finish over the top of them.
Well, that's the query. That is the query. Just what that first up run on a heavy 10 took out of her.
Yeah, she might race a little bit flat, but...
She can't afford to.
No, she can't. You're dead right, she can't. But $3.50 is not a bad price for a horse of her class who's likely to get the right run.
Yeah, it's not a bad price compared to Steps in Time and appearance, in my opinion. So, anyway.
Alrighty. Fourth race is the Pro Ride Handicap over a mile. What do we got?
Do you mind if I have a sip of my coffee?
No, go for it.
All right.
Let's both do it, actually.
No, well, we'll do it after this race, actually.
Okay.
Because you chop it out.
I can just chop that bit. No.
Come on, let's stop waffling. Let's get on to it. People can't waste their time, mate.
You got to do the odds.
Under the Sun, 260. Eyes of Babe, 11. Palasport, 13. Linear, 15. Zline, 10. Eaglestein, 8. Mr. Edison, 10. 650 Toffler.
What are we, the odds? All right. Look, I've got to just be careful if you are playing in this race, because that Eaglestein's also in on Friday night, so you'll know tomorrow morning. I can tell you Mr. Edison's definitely going for this race. He's not going around on Friday in the same race as Eaglestein, the 1550.
Thanks for that.
Big news. I'm a massive Mr. Edison fan. I love the horse. I think this is the right race for him too. He'll get the suck running behind, which favours him. I'm worried about that Eaglestein. This thing should have just about won first up. I know it got beaten 4.3. I think on Jackanot Bay. That's a good form line for a race like this, and just found quite a few backs or bums on the way home, and I think he can definitely step up here on Saturday. But I'll be backing Mr. Edison each way, so long as the track stays dry.
Can't be on the favourite.
No.
Second up, 1,200 straight to the mile. 59 kilos. Never raced in a mile in its life. Never raced past 1,500 in its life. And here we go, 1,200 straight to a mile second up. And his first up run was great.
Yeah.
But just 260, please. No, he's worth taking on. Watch on Pirate Bay. He wasn't asked to do much in the trials, but the stable's just having a run at the moment, and having a run with these Australian bloodstock horses and these imported horses. They do a really good job with those sort of horses. You know, the runs are on the board. There's plenty of them. Award Susan, Hathras, Marwingo. These guys seem to have a knack of picking the right horses out of Europe and bringing them here. So you've got to respect them and watch them every time they produce one for the first time. Yep. $26. I probably would have liked to have seen a little bit of money straight for him, which hasn't happened. I'm with Eaglestein at the $8. I hope they run him here. He's got a good alley. I thought his debut run in Australia was outstanding. I'm pretty sure he would have won the race had he got the run. He just cast the angle back to the inside, and there was a wall of them, and they all sort of started to roll back to the fence, and then Sammy Clipperton was coming up the inside on Bay Roan, and it just came out, and it just shut. He just had the door shut on him, which was a bit cruel for those that backed him. But the 4.3 lengths is nothing. If he had have got a clear crack, he's within a length of them at worst. So then we're assessing him. Well, I'm assessing him the same way. It makes no difference to me. I just worry that second up he might be a bit flat, but in saying that, in Europe he was a miler, a 2,000 metre miler horse, so he might be a bit sharper than the normal type of Europeans that come here. $8, I've got to be on him on an each way basis.
Okay.
So
take a quick break and come back with the fifth.
Yeah, you're the host, mate, if that's what you'd like to do.